Continuing our coverage of the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, KIMT News 3's Alex Jurgens is speaking with those in the airline industry and emergency management on their experiences that day and how the events have changed their livelihoods. He joins us live at the Mason City Airport. Alex.
Well, Katie, we all likely have a story about where we were on the day that those tragic events unfolded along the eastern seaboard. For me personally, I was 8 years old and in 3rd grade on September 11, 2001. And like many, our lives changed forever, including those I spoke with today. Now, we want to warn you, some of the footage we're about to show you may be disturbing to some viewers. Airport manager David Sims was a sophomore in college, studying to be a pilot. He remembers watching footage of the first plane hitting the World Trade Center vividly.
Being aviation-minded, we were trying to make sense of how a modern airliner could crash into a building on a clear day, and we were analyzing the situation from the eyes of future pilots.
The events of 2001 would not only change his career plans, but also how he traveled through the skies, including the creation of the Transportation Safety Administration. Something that stuck out to him on that day, the grounding of all aircraft in the U.S.
As an aviation student, we couldn't imagine something like that even being feasible, but it happened. Cerro
Gordo County Emergency Management Director Steve O'Neill already had a training exercise planned here at the Mason City Airport on the morning of September 11th, 2001. Little did he know about the events that were unfolding on the East Coast. O'Neill was alerted by then Police Captain Dennis Bankston watching the coverage unfold on TV, including the moment the second plane hit the South Tower.
Neither one of us could speak. It was just silence, and I think we both realized our world has just changed. This is not an accident. This is bad.
He immediately headed to the airport, coordinating with authorities and state Homeland Security on what to do next.
We're catching it, live on the news, and then scrambling to what should be our posture, what should we be doing, talking to the other local officials, what do you think the impacts will be.
In the years since, his department and others have grown, in part thanks to federal funding in the aftermath to bolster local emergency management operations.
While people were enthused, while people were thinking about it, get them to prepare, get them to do things.
As we come up on the 20th anniversary of that tragic day, O'Neill feels it's important to keep it in mind.
It's good to remember and keep it fresh that it hasn't gone away. It is still there. We do need to be diligent.
Now that funding O'Neill mentioned was used on upgrading some much needed equipment. Now that equipment, along with the development of training programs, O'Neill tells me, has helped carry into responses for other natural disasters such as flooding and tornadoes in response to other disasters as well. Live in Mason City, Alex Jurgens, KIMT News 3.
Thanks, Alex. As we come upon the 20th anniversary, should we be concerned about a fairly recent form of terrorism, cyber attacks, or rather cyber terrorism? We're going to have much more on that coming up tomorrow morning on KIMT News 3 Daybreak.